In this video, I'm going to go over the layout of my 136-inch wheelbase Ram ProMaster high roof van. This is my first van build. I used a program called VanSpace to come up with different ideas for my layout, and there's a link in the description below if you want to check out the program. So this layout here with the fixed bed is what I'm planning on going with. So the length of the cargo area of the 136 ProMaster is about 10 feet, and this bed is going to be about queen size, which is about 60 inches. So that takes up about half the layout, and that's a lot of space, but I decided to go with the large fixed bed just because I wanted to have enough storage space for a snowboard, a surfboard, and any other outdoor equipment that I want to bring. Plus, I didn't really want to have to make my bed every day, and I obviously wanted to be able to sleep at least 2 people in the van. I'm also planning on putting this partition between the bed and the living area just to block off the 2 spaces and to better be able to cool off the bed area when sleeping. And I might put some sort of insulation in this partition wall too, which will also help out with just keeping both areas at the optimum temperatures. So another thing I wanted in my van was a large fridge, and I decided to go with the Isotherm Cruise 115. Now this has an 83-liter fridge and also a 32-liter freezer. I really want a large freezer, and so this one just worked out pretty well. I realized that in order to fit everything in the van I wanted, I basically needed to go with a vertical fridge just because the horizontal ones, they just take up too much space. So the fridge is going to sit right here by this sliding door. And the next thing I wanted was a kitchen sink with running water. And I wanted that right by the sliding door just so that I could easily use the running water to wash things off outside the van, and also just to not have to have that complicated of a plumbing system everywhere in the van. So my water tanks are just going to be these 6-gallon water jugs. So I'm planning on having about 24 gallons of fresh water storage, and also probably just one 6-gallon gray water jug as well. I decided to go with these water jugs instead of just like a big water tank, because if it's like freezing outside, then you might not be able to get like a hose fill up because people don't want their pipes to freeze. I'm also planning on having this bench seat right behind the driver's seat, and that'll give me a great view out the large sliding door window, and it's also a great place to just eat and work. And I'm planning on having like a lagoon style tabletop that swivels around in front of me as I sit there. I'm also planning on putting a swivel mount on the passenger seat, and that'll let it swivel around, and there's going to be like a pull-up countertop behind it, so that way you can just sit there and have a good place to also eat and just work. So next to the bench seat is going to be just kitchen cabinetry and countertop, and on this countertop I'm planning on putting a Zero Breeze portable AC. This location should let it easily be able to just push air back into the bedroom area, or if you're sitting in the bench seat, you can just have it blowing right onto you. On the driver's side of the van, I'm planning on putting in these upper cabinets, and in one of the upper cabinets, I'm planning on putting in a microwave that doubles as like a convection oven. So that means I can cook just about anything, and I don't have to have like a gas oven or anything like that. And in the bed area, I'm not going to put any upper cabinets on the passenger side of the van because I want to be able to sit straight up and down in the bed, and if you're sleeping and you want to like sit up, then that way you don't have the upper cabinets right above you, and you might hit your head that way. In order to heat the van, I'm planning on putting in an air top heater, either diesel or gas, and the ProMaster van that I have is a gas van, but I'm concerned about the fact that a lot of the gas air top heaters on the market have issues with carbon buildup at higher elevations. For example, if you go into like the Rocky Mountains. So I haven't decided on which type of heater I'm going to go with yet, but it'd be nice to be able to go with the gas one just so that way I can easily hook up to the van's gas tank. For the van's electrical system, I'm planning on having 400 amp hours of lithium batteries, and then on the roof, I'm planning on putting in 10 50-watt solar panels for a total of 500 watts of solar power. So a lot of the electrical system is going to be in the garage area, but also in the garage, I'm planning on putting in a lot of outdoor equipment. For example, I'm planning on putting in my snowboard, and I'm also planning on putting in a surfboard as well. Now, I wanted to be able to bring an 8-foot surfboard inside the van, and so on the left side of the van, I'm planning on making like a pass-through to the front of the van so that way I can put my entire surfboard inside the van and not have to store it outside. On the ceiling, there's going to be 2 Max Air fans, and that should hopefully provide good ventilation, as I'm not planning on putting in any other windows in the back of the van that open up. So when I bought the van, it came with a sliding door window and also rear windows that were factory installed, and I don't think it's easy to uninstall these windows and put in different types of windows that have like some sort of ventilation. So I'm planning on just leaving them in there, and I don't really want to add in any other windows because I want to have a lot of insulation instead of just like windows around the entire van. And I also want to just keep my van more stealthy. So that finishes up the plan for my van layout, and I'm going to be posting more videos of my van build, so consider subscribing to my channel, Throwtime Van Life, to see more. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram if you want to follow me there too.